This is a video to commemorate the great champions. Most of them are retired, some have passed, but all are in our memories. These are the champions of the Australian turf that your parents grew up with, who they may have told you about, who they may have witnessed. These are the champions. Sunline. She was the line of sun through the Australian turf. She was talented in every sense of the word. 32 wins from 48 starts, 9 seconds and 3/3. She was ridden by Greg Childs and trained by Trevor McKee. These are the races this wonderful mare won. She won the Flight Stakes in 1998, then in 1999. She won the Doncaster Handicap, a feat she would repeat in 2002. And in 1999, she also won the Race of Champions, being the WS Cox Plate, coming back in 2000, winning it again for a second time. In 2000, she also won the Coolmore Classic and the All-Age Stakes. She would win both again in 2002. She won 2 other races in 2000, being the Hong Kong Mile and the Manikato Stakes. Then in 2001, she won the Waikato Sprint, then winning it again in 2002. She was awarded the New Zealand Horse of the Year from 1999 to 2002, Australian Middle Distance Champion 2000 to 2001, Horse of the Year from 2000 to 2003, Australian Champion Filly Mare from 2000 to 2002, and was inducted into both the Australian and New Zealand Halls of Fame. The Sunline Stakes at Wait for Age is named in her honour, which is run at Moonee Valley. She was a champion here. She is winning her
Sky Heights is running on, and so is Tie the Knot from Testarossa. Sunline with a mighty lead though. She's 4 in front. Tie the Knot gets to second from Sky Heights, and then Testarossa. Sunline clear. Tie the Knot starting to make late ground, is rallying, but Sunline will hold on and win all the way. Sunline beat Tie the Knot by 2. Sky Heights third. Testarossa.
Lonhro, what a stallion he was. 35 starts, 26 wins, 3 seconds and 2/3. He's ridden by Darren Beeban and trained by John Hawkes. These are the races the great champion won. He won the CAULFEILD Guineas in 2001, the McKinnon Stakes, and the CAULFEILD Stakes, which is now the Mike Power Stakes, in 2002. Then in 2003, he won the CAULFEILD Stakes for the second time, and that was in succession. In 2003, he also won the Chipping Norton, Queen Elizabeth and George Main, a feat he would then complete again the next year in 2004. He would also win the CF4 Stakes and the Australian Cup in 2004. Lonhro was awarded the Champion 3-year-old in 2002, the Australian Racehorse of the Year in 2004, the Australian Middle Distance Champion in 2004, the World Champion Miler in 2004, Leading Sire of Australia in 2011, Australian Racing Hall of Fame in 2014. What a horse he was, a true champion of the turf. Now watch as he shows his fight in winning the Australian Cup at Flemington.
Fantastic Mackay Diva, the jewel dropped out last. Physique the leader in the straight from Mummify. There's the gap coming for Lonhro. Sound Action tries to pocket him. Beatman in a bit of trouble trying to force through. He got checked, the champ, and Sound Action hit the front now from Mummify. Lonhro, the champion's in desperate trouble. Del Zayo's gone past him. 150 to go. He's got to the outside. Del Zayo in front. The crowd roaring. Go Lonhro, go. But the 3-year-old's in front. Del Zayo. Lonhro, he's coming. He's going to get there. Yes, Lonhro won it! What a champion! What a way to go! He beat Del Zayo, Elstrom is third, and they were...
Mackay Diva, the diva of the turf. 15 wins from 36 starts with 4 seconds and 3/3. But what races she won! She was ridden by Glenn Boss and trained by David Hall. She's the only winner of 3 Melbourne Cups and probably will be the only one to win 3 in a row. She won the race in 2003 and 4 and remarkably won it again in 2005. Before she started her winning runs in 2002, she won the Queen Elizabeth in Victoria, then won her 3 Melbourne Cups. Also winning along the way the Sydney Cup in 2004, the Australian Cup, the BMW Stakes, now Tancred Stakes, the Memsie and the Turnbull, and the WS Cox Plate in 2005. She was awarded Australian Racehorse of the Year in 2005 and 2006, Australian Champion Stayer in 2004 to 2006, Australian Champion Filly or Mare in 2005, Australian Middle Distance Champion in 2006, and was inducted into the Australian Hall of Fame. The Maccabi Diva Stakes at Flemington is named in her honour. What a mare, what a horse. This is her winning her last Cup in 2005.
Singer got to the lead from Mr. Celebrity. Eye-Popper's running on, and then Strasbourg. Back behind those horses now as they come down the straight was Vinnie Rowe, and back behind them here's Maccabi Diva. A nation roars for a hero. She's starting to wind up. 300 left to go now. Maccabi Diva's racing up. Envoy's trying to go with her. They've got to Portland Singer and Lachlan River. Here comes Like a Falcon and Excellent, but Maccabi Diva clear with 100 metres to go. Excellent runs to second. Aurizern runs on, but a champion becomes a legend. Maccabi Diva has won it from either Aurizern, Excellent, Like a Falcon is close up, and just behind those horses then was Lachlan River.
Now for a more recent champion, the great one, Winx. What a champion she was. 43 starts, 37 wins, 3 seconds, an incredible record, ridden by Hugh Bowman and trained by the champion Chris Waller. She won the Cox Plate an incredible 4 times, the Chipping Norton 4 times, and the George Ryder 4 times. Amazing. These are the great mare's greatest race achievements. She in 2014 won the Furious Stakes, then she ran at them absolutely ragged in 2015, winning the Far Lap Stakes, the Sunshine Coast Guineas, the Queensland Oaks, the T.O. Mark Stakes, and the Epsom, and her first Cox Plate, winning it for the following 3 years. Then, in 2016, she won the Apollo Stakes, the Warwick Stakes, now Winx Stakes, George Main Stakes, which she won for the following 3 years, from 2016 to 2018, as well as the Chipping Norton and George Ryder. But the difference is she would win those 2 races 4 years in a row, from 2016 to 2019. She in 2016 also won the Doncaster Handicap and the Caulfield Stakes, now Might and Power Stakes. Then in 2017, she started her 3-year run in the Queen Elizabeth, winning it in 2017 to 2019. She also won the Chelmsford Stakes in 2017 and the Turnbull in 2017 and 2018. She was the Australian Horse of the Year from 2015 to 2019. She was the Australian Champion Middle Distance Racehorse for those same years, and the world's top-ranked turf horse in 2016 and 2017, and was inducted into the Australian Racing Hall of Fame in 2017. The Winx Stakes at Royal Randwick Racecourse is named in her honour.
Happy Clapper and Royal Symphony. So with 600 to go, Galo Chopper in front, but here comes Winx on the outside, sliding up now. We've waited 35 years for this, and Winx moves up to Galo Chop, followed further back by Folkeswood between them. 2 further back, Humidor and Royal Symphony. It's Galo Chop at the 350. Winx on the outside, Bowman hasn't moved yet. The valley's rocking and the world is knocking. Winx goes to the front, 200 to go. Humidor to the outside. It's Winx in front by a length. Humidor on the outside is trying hard. It's Winx in front. Humidor's coming at it. Winx is holding on. The great mare completes the great trilogy of the turf. Winx has won the Cox Plate by a half length. Second, Humidor.
Northerly. The name suits because he was that far north of his rivals they couldn't catch him. 37 starts for 19 wins, 7 seconds and 2/3. He was trained by Fred Kersley and ridden by Damien Oliver, Patrick Payne, He was also ridden by Mark Flattery. These are the champion's greatest wins. In 2000, he won the Railway Stakes. Then, in 2001, he won the Yalumba Stakes, now Might & Power. He also, in 2001, had his first win in 3 different races. The Underwood Stakes, the Australian Cup, and the Cox Plate. But he would win them all twice, but he would only win 2 of them in a row, being the Cox Plate and the Craven Plate. And then the Underwood. In 2002, he won the CAULFEILD Cup. Then in 2003, he won the Australian Cup. Now watch him fly in the Australian Cup of 2003.
Northerly second, Dash for Cash third, Helene Vitality is in 4th placing. 2 lengths then to the second, Mortgage Republic less. Freemason going forward as the pace has gone right out of the cup. Then Hale, and they're followed then by Distinctly Secret, Fields of Omar. They're packing up now. Next is Pentastic taking off with Carpstad Way. Beekeeper held up near the inside. 2 lengths to Rain Gauge, and then Universal Prince followed by Prize Gem, and ahead of it is Grey Song. Tally Thunder about to be joined at the 600 by Northerly, and Freemason's gone up third. A length and a half further back is Dash for Cash, the second Mortgage running on. Then Helene Vitality. Here comes Fields of Omar from Hale and Republic Lass. Northerly has taken the lead coming around the turn. Freemason is with him. Wider out the second Mortgage and Fields of Omar. And further back is Helene Vitality. Northerly down to the 200. Childs pulled the whip. He's the leader from Freemason. Fields of Omar's coming down the outside. And then came Republic Lass. Northerly in front with 100 metres to go. Fields of Omar, Republic Lass are closing. Northerly in front. Fields of Omar